Magandang araw muli sa inyong lahat. Ngayon ay March 18, 2021, Huwebes. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Benji Chodoro. Ako po ay isang retired bank officer who started investing in the stock market noong 2007 at ginagawa ko po itong report na ito every day, which I started noong August 2020. I also report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. At kung gusto niyo po ang content, iniimbitahan ko po kayo na mag-subscribe sa aking channel. And if you have stocks in mind that you want me reviewed, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. Meron po tayong balita muli sa San Miguel at Meralco. At ang resulta ng trading sa ating Philippine Stock Exchange ngayong araw, March 18, 2021, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay po, tingnan po natin ang ating balita mula sa Business Mirror. Meralco 6 ERC node for PSAs. The Manila Electric Company or Meralco and two subsidiaries of SMC Global Power Holdings Corp. Are seeking approval from the regulators to implement their power supply agreements or PSAs that were successfully bidded out recently. If approved, savings to consumers will amount to a total of 20.93 billion if these power supply contracts are implemented. Meralco received best bids from Excellent Energy Resources Inc. or EERI and Masinloc Power Partners Company Limited MPPCL for the supply of 1,800 megawatts of power. The parties have executed power supply agreements last March 2, but these need to be approved by the Energy Regulatory Board or Energy Regulatory Commission before the contract takes effect. Under the PSA between Meralco and EERI, the latter, meaning EERI, will supply the utility firm 1,200 megawatts starting December 2023 at a levelized cost of electricity of 4.1462 pesos per kilowatt hour. The estimated savings to Meralco customers would reach 14.64 billion. The power will be sourced from EERI's planned natural gas fired power plant in Ilihan, Batangas. EERI will consult, own, operate, manage, and maintain the 3 by 425.7 megawatts of combined cycle power plant capable of supplying 1,200 megawatts. MMPCL will supply Meralco 600 megawatts of power starting December 2023 at 4.2605 pesos per kilowatt hour. MPCCL will put up a 600 megawatt coal power plant in Masinloc, Zambales. And may I share with you now the commentary of BDO Nomura on the said news. The approval of the PSAs by the ERC should allow Meralco to meet its 2024 to 2025 energy requirements and ensure supply security for its distribution franchise area. We have a buy on as we expect distribution volumes to continue recovering through this year. Meanwhile, we see SMC's winning bids as positive for earnings over the long term, though still subject to execution risks. The positive development already appears priced in, however, as SMC valuation are already at a premium to peers. That's 33.8 times full year 21 forecast price over earnings or PE ratio versus the 12.8 times peer average, supporting our neutral recommendation on the name. So according to BDO Nomura, may buy rating on MER, which is their current rating, and a neutral rating for SMC. Now guys, this is the recommendation of BDO Nomura, and you may believe it or you may not believe it. So, nasa sa inyo po yan kung paniniwalaan ninyo, do your research before buying the stock. Next, let's take a look at what happened to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index today. Okay, the PSEI gained 64.02 points or 0.97%, about 1%, to end at 6630.85 with net foreign selling at 397.96. So that's a net foreign selling of 397.96, and yesterday's net foreign selling was 256.96. So it increased, no, from the 256 yesterday to 296 today. And if you'll take a look at the most active, or the market summary rather, 149 companies advanced, 64 declined, while 41 remained unchanged. For the all sector index, it gained 1.02% or 40.31 points, while the holding companies ended in the red, while the rest of the sectors ended in the green. The sectors which were in the green was led by the financials, which had a 2.28% increase, followed by properties with a 2.19% gain. And if we'll take a look at the most active stocks, so we will be reviewing the following. By the way, guys, if you have stocks in mind that you wish me to review, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. So right now we'll be reviewing the top 10. Dito, BPI, Ali, PRIM or PRIM, BDO, SM, Pure Gold, TEL, Metrobank, and SMPH. So let's now go to the most active stocks. By the way, I do the technical analysis, and this is just a basic technical analysis. Now let's take a look at Dito. Okay, Dito had a decline, 1.13% or 12 centavos to end at 10.52. Pero most actively traded stock to in the past few days. So I would say that since it is just piercing through the 100-day exponential moving average, but below the 50 and 20-day exponential moving average, the sentiment on the stock is bearish. And this is confirmed by the RSI at 37.62, which is a bearish number. So in the meantime, the levels that we have to consider would be the support area, which is the nearest would be here at 8.80 pesos, and the nearest resistance, I would place it a little above the MA100 at 11.30 to 11.40. When I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points, but these are actually areas. After dito, BPI. Okay, BPI, wow, BPI gained 2.57 points at 85.95. Actually, I have a position with BPI and my target my target price is 92. So nag-gain siya for the third consecutive day and there is volume. So I wouldn't say this is a breakout because this is just 1 week old lang to eh. To say that this is a breakout, there should be volume, solid green candle, which there is, pero kailangan the highest within the 2-week period. So some call this a breakout, but sa akin kasi a breakout is something which is nag-consolidate ng mahaba tapos tumaas yung presyo, o nag-consolidate ng 2 linggo at tumaas yung presyo. Anyway, whatever you call it, it is still a solid green candlestick, and the nearest support, let's place it at the 100 days exponential moving average at 81.17, and the nearest resistance, actually malapit na to sa resistance eh. Nasa 86.80, and the higher resistance would be at 88.80. Okay, after BPI, Ayala Land. Okay, Ayala Land had a bounce today. And remember, we have a support area here at 35.40 to 35.50. So it had a bounce today, gained 35 centavos, or about 1%. 0.98 ang nakalagay dito at 36. It is still bearish, but if we see another green candlestick tomorrow, then we may say that the trend have changed. And we know that we can see that the RSI is at 34.89, which is still a bearish number. So after Ali, let's look at PRIM or Prime. Again, guys, I don't have any background on Prime. Baka pwede nyong i-share sa atin. So it's Prime Media Holdings, and it had a profit-taking day today. So bumaba siya ng 97 points or about 23.10%. It opened at a higher but ended at a lower price, thus the red candlestick. And the closing price now is lower than the previous closing price of 420. So I would say that this is still at support. Nag-close siya at support at 323. The resistance level, siguro let's place it at the highest at 420. Ito yung yesterday's resistance. Ito yung secondary resistance because there's only one candlestick saying that it reached this level. But actually, the nearest resistance, I would say, would be here at 350 to 360. Yung nearest resistance level niya. Kasi there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 candlesticks saying that this is near that level. And it is still bullish since it is above our indicators, the closing price. And the RSI is bullish at 58. However, I'm not keen with this stock because 1, I don't know the stock, and 2, napakaliit lang nung market cap, no, 2.26 billion, and it has been consolidating for a long time. So I don't know what news we have here. Let's check. Okay, pre-material information transactions. Let's see what we have here. Okay, ang sabi niya dito was that the corporation, RYM Management, and the parent company, and New Era Empire Realty Corp have entered into a memorandum of understanding whereby the parties agreed to work together to revitalize the corporation by engaging in businesses related to the following: commercial and residential real estate, media entertainment by acquisition, gaming by applying for a license, provision for allied services, development or investment in technology. Siguro ito yung nagpa-prop up, ano? The MOU. Under the MOU, the parties are given a period of 90 days to conduct their respective due diligence. Baka binibili ito. Backdoor listing. Subject to the execution of definitive agreement after due diligence period, the compliance with certain terms and conditions under the MOU, New Era shall become the majority shareholder. So it's a backdoor listing. Kaya tumataas yung stock. So binili na ni New Era si YRM Business, yung parent company. Binibili na niya yung kumpanya. And that's why tumataas ang presyo. Okay, I don't know what's the connection between RYM Management. Baka yun yung parent company ni Prime or PRIM. Kaya tumataas yung stock. So that's the information that we have here, and that's why the stock is moving. Okay, after Prime, BDO. So ingat lang tayo dyan, no? Because very volatile yung stock na yan, and I'm not very keen on that stock. Okay, next, BDO. Nag-bounce si BDO after a red, and green candlestick. So it's now at 106. Actually, it bounced here at 100. Ayan, ito yung pinaka-support level niya. Diyan siya nag-bounce at 101 and 100. And the next support level of BDO would be here at 110 to 111 level. It's just moving sideways after the green candlestick today, which moved up the price of the stock at 106. So it's 2 pesos and 20 centavos up, or 2.12% higher than the previous day. So the RSI is just about the sideways movement at 48.96, 48.97. So moving sideways, and if we see another green candlestick, so meron na siyang momentum. After BDO, SM. Okay, SM declined 18 points or 18 pesos or 1.79% to end at 987. Ang sabi nga natin, ang ating support level is 986 to 980. Yung ating support level dyan. Okay? So, 980 to 987 within the support level. So, let's see tomorrow what will happen to the stock, because it bounced at this level, and the next level that we have to consider, kasi strong yung support niya dito appears to be strong because there are several candlesticks supporting, nagbabounce sa area na yan. And the next major level, I would say, would be here at 938. Yung next level niya to 140. 940. So bearish yung stock because the closing price is below the moving average of 20, 50, and 100 days exponential. It had net foreign selling at 104 million, and probably no news on SM except 18 days ago na nag-drop yung income, but that was 2 weeks ago, so na-price in na dapat yun. So just probably market sentiment. After SM, Pure Gold. Ito yung Pure Gold is gusto kong stock ito because undervalued tong Pure Gold na ito. So finally, nagkaroon ng bounce si Pure Gold, and it had volume. It increased by 1 peso and 80 centavos or 5.23%. Net foreign buying is 15.29, and it's just below the 20-day exponential moving average of 36.27. So yan currently ang stock. But if we see another green candlestick tomorrow, most probably nag-change na yung trend. In the meantime, the nearest level of resistance would be here at 38, while the support level, of course, dito siya nag-bounce near this area at 34.40. The RSI is, actually a sideways number of 47. So from yesterday's RSI of 32 and the previous 2 days ago or 3 days ago at 30, which is almost an oversold figure. So it's about time that mag-bounce ito Pure Gold kasi undervalued yung stock. So ang pinaka-estimate kasi ito ng some of the researchers or analysts would be at the 50 level to 55 level. So actually, my actual target price here is 54. Yun yung actual value ng stock. So if you want to buy, now is a good time to buy because napakababa ng presyo niya. And I think the stock is undervalued according to the analyst. Next, let's take a look at TEL. TEL, still moving, actually bearish to sideways, to more on the bearish side because it had 2 green candlesticks pero nag-reverse siya today. Mukhang nag-profit taking siya. Lost 23 points or 1.75. Bearish to sideways ang movement. The support level would be here at 1,274 to 1,275. And the resistance, I would say here at 1,330. Pero ang actual potential ni TEL is 1,600. Sabi ng ibang mga analyst, 1,600 siya. So the higher resistance level na pwede natin i-consider would be here. 1,460 is the next higher resistance level, pero the actual potential of the stock is higher than that. So undervalued si TEL when we talk of fundamental according to the fundamentals according to some analysts. After PLDT, Metrobank. Okay, Metrobank had a bounce after two green candlestick, and probably there is a change in trend already because it is now higher than the EMA 100 and it's about to reach the EMA 50 and the EMA 20. So once tumaas pa yan, then we could probably say that there is a change in trend. So it's still, I would say, sideways to bullish yung kanyang movement because of the three successive candlestick. But today, it's a stronger candlestick because the stock gained 1.1 peso and 60 centavos or 3.48% with net foreign buying of 60.6 million. If we'll talk of support and resistance, the resistance level that we can consider the nearest would be here at 49, while the support level, ito, is here at 45.10 to 45.20. After MBT, our last stock is SMPH. SMPH had a bounce. Unlike SM na nag-decline, it had a bounce and it bounced at this level, 34.95 to 35. Siya nag-bounce. So it had a low at 35.10. Pero just like I said, support and resistance are not exact points, but these are areas. So the nearest first level of resistance would be here at 37.20, 37.10 to 37.20, while the second level of resistance nandito siya sa 39 to 39.30, yung next level of resistance ni SM Prime. And in general, if we take a look at the candlestick, it is a solid green candlestick. 3.71% is the gain. And if we see another green candlestick which will pierce through our moving averages, then we could say that the trend may have changed. Instead of moving bearish to sideways, it is now going up. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market, March 18, 2021. Ito po si Benji Chidoro, nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Maraming salamat sa mga nagsasubscribe. See you again in our next episode. Thank you. Bye for now and God bless.